Good morning, everybody. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is AlQahtani from Saudi Aramco Company. I will present today my Capstone project. It's one of the roles of this program. I have done my Capstone project under this subject: sense of responsibility and realism in training and drills. You know, the subject is huge. It's a big subject. It's need more research. Some people they might write a box in this under this subject. It's need more time and more research. But I do my best to minimize as much as I can to focus in the strength area or the area we can share it with our young firefighter and our future firefighter. I will start with my outlines, introduction, why it's important, what's the problem, how to solve this problem if there is a problem, and some pictures from the field and conclusion. Introduction. Everybody doesn't know, or he cannot expect when the emergency is coming, or fire or explosion. It's a sudden come, so we cannot ignore this emergency or this fire. So we have to train our people, to our workers in any company, not especially in firefighter. Any company we have, any division we have to train our people how to react in emergency if happen or explosion or any dangerous situation. So we have to train them, drill them, teach them what they have to do in that time without wasting time. So this is the importance of our training. Regardless any company, any specialism, we have to train our people. Most of our company, most of fire department, they spend millions and thousands of millions for training facility, for classes, for probes, to train their people to make the training and the probes more real or more realism to what they will face, they will have or they face in the future out in the street. So we need to involve anybody, to involve all workers to this training, to act in the emergency scene without wasting time. How to drill them or how to train them based on experience, based in somebody expert. He will design or he will create the probes of the training, the more realism in these probes in the street. And this performance or this drill should be evaluated. We should have a checklist. We evaluate our performance if we need to increase our training or our probes or our performance. Why it's important? As we mentioned, the emergency or the fires cannot predict it. It's happen anytime. So we need every firefighter or every worker react without wasting time. Realism in training and the drills, it should be evaluated, should be going up to the highest point or the highest performance we expect and the citizens expect from us. So realism in training giving employee opportunity to share the responsibility and good performance. Creating a culture and expectation that individuals are responsible to keep skills sharp and encourage employees to become accountable as well as empowered. So we need all of firefighters feeling confident and empowerment in the field. What's the problem? I will bring here the Swiss cheese model for human errors. So if we can identify the problems or we can evaluate our performance, we can retort the Swiss cheese model to prevent the failure or the incident or the damage happening to even properties or firefighter. The training is the key of the department, of fire department, big or small. Experience is the best teacher as long as experience at the right time. So by drills, by training, we can identify where is the problem. It's a supervision or human factory or unsafe act or unsafe position. All this we can use this rule to reiterate the You mean the hose not coming down to solve the problem, to block one of these holes to prevent the accidents that happen. Also the lucky. If I acting every time in the same position, and the luck on my side, just the luck enforce the bad behavior. If I act in the wrong way and the luck on my side, so it's just enforcing or creating the bad behavior. Firefighter goal should be continuously improve his knowledge and his ability. As we know, we are improving for our technology. We are improving day by day. So we have to reach all these technology up. We cannot miss any. We cannot miss the technology improve or the knowledge improve. Effective training, new information or skill outside of his comfort zone. If we train our firefighter outside of his comfort zone, this is the kind of the improvement. We can improve our firefighter in this zone. Like this program, we just taken out from our comfort zone to coming here, completely different for everything. This is one of our improvement, not necessary in technology or universities or books. Just take the firefighter from his comfort zone. This is one of his improvement. How to solve a problem if there is a problem in our training or our firefighter? I bring this role. We call it conscious mind and subconscious mind, or we call it upper water line or under water line. This is your mind. This is how we act. First one, muscle memory. Mr. Rafi, could you explain what the muscle memory is?
Muscle memory is something that you've a skill that you may have practiced over and over again that becomes embedded into your subconscious mind, so that when you are put in front of a task or a dilemma or a situation, the subconscious mind kicks in and you don't have to use the above water.
Yes.
You use the below water.
The underwater line. It's just reacting without thinking. Just when you're walking in your home and you turn the light off or on, you don't think where it is. You don't have to think. It's in your muscle memory. The same when you turn your car on by your key. You don't look where the keys is. You just put it in because it's in your muscle memory. This is the muscle memory. We will compare the muscle memory with training intensity. We cannot reach that muscle memory without training intensity. For a firefighter, we have to push the firefighter as much as we can to his limit to save a lot of information in underwater line or on subconscious mind. If he just sitting in a class or reading or just lecture, we cannot get this information down here. It will stay there. So we want the firefighter save all this information down here by intensive training and push the firefighter to the limit. Physical fitness, it's something obvious for a firefighter. Every firefighter should be the physical fitness fit. Reality and training ground, as per research, from 80 to 85% from your movement in fire scene or emergency scene, it's coming from training ground. If you are experienced just 1 year or you're experienced 30 years, you are acting from your acting, it's 80% until 85% from your training 30 years ago. So it's most important to learn a lot of things in your training ground. Firefighter which typically train and outside of his their own department exists of his comfort zone. I'm guarantee me and all my colleagues when I back home after 40 years on the road or in the career, we have a lot an underwater line from this experience, from Miami-Dade, or from outside of our department, from outside of our comfort zone. We save a lot here. It's automatically saved in our subconscious mind. From the field, we have a lot from a field, but I brought these two pictures. This is the most thing taking my attention. The first one, the first picture we have a great exercise and a great drill with Miami-Dade Trauma Center and US Army. It was a drill like any normal drills. We respond there. It was a drill, and there is a volunteer and victim. We use air rescue. Everything was normal. It's a normal drill. But I noticed this. Here, the instructor or the doctor making this drill, he's taking a real blood from the volunteer or from the patient, and he will spill it around here to make the scenario more realism for the new nurses and for your doctors. Yeah. So when the nurses grab the victim from the helicopter or from the air rescue, they feel a real blood and they smell a real blood. That's awesome to make this exercise more realism for these young nurses or doctors. This is the realism in drills. This is the most realism I see in my life. Yeah. Yeah. The second picture we have hot night drills with the U.S. Air Force night drills. We see their probes. It's like their chops or their airplane. It's more realism like the airplane. The doors, where is it? It's exactly where is the real. Where is the cabin? It's the same. Where is the cargo to be? So it's in all our muscle memory. When you get in the airplane, it's in your right and your left. What you will find in your left, what you will find in your right. So this is the realism in training, and this one was good. It was good exercise. And also in the training or the drills, this is the time to do mistake. It's a time to fall. It's a time to learn from your mistake. Nobody can do his drill or his training without any mistake. Nobody. So we need this mistake. We need this negative feedback to improve our training, to improve ourselves. So your training or your drills, it's the time to do mistakes, to a time to fall. We will conclude our or my capstone. Realism in training and training ground need more repetition exercise or drill. Muscle memory, we talk a lot about muscle memory. Training intensity, it should be intensity for a firefighter training. We cannot do firefighter training without high intensity or without high exhaustion. Realism in training probes and scenarios. Probes, it should be realism. It should be what we will face in the street. We cannot train for airplane for extraterrestrial fire, or we cannot bring an industrial firefighter for extraterrestrial fire. It should be matching what they face and what they train. A problem solving in a fire, like any problem in your life. If you face a problem in your life, you can fix it. Even if fire surface, if you have a problem, it will be fixed. Still, that will allow better decision making when a place under the stress in emergency situation. I have a clip here.
You cannot let a fear of failure, or a fear of comparison, or a fear of judgment stop you from doing what's going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of criticism. And you cannot love without the risk of loss. You must go out and you must take these risks. And people will tell you to do what makes you happy. But a lot of this has been hard work. And I'm not always happy. And I don't think you should do just what makes you happy. I think you should do what makes you great. Do what's uncomfortable and scary and hard, but pays off in the long run. Be willing to fail. Let yourself fail. Fail in the way, in the place where you would want to fail. Fail, pick yourself up, and fail again. Because without this struggle, what is your success anyway? Look, as best we know it, we have one life. In it, you have to trust your own voice, your own ideas, your honesty, your vulnerability, and through this you will find your way. You do not have to be fearless. Just don't let fear stop you. Live like this as best you can, and I guarantee you will look back on a life well lived.
Thank you.